This is a screen recording of Chapter 4, Ethics in Public Speaking. The first thing that we need to do is define ethics. Remember, ethics is a branch of philosophy that deals with the issues of right and wrong in human affairs. Remember, speech has power, and anything that has power, you have a responsibility. So here are some guidelines for ethical public speaking. Number 1, make sure your goal is ethically sound. In essence, whatever you say should do no harm to the listener. Number 2, be fully prepared for your speech. That is your responsibility to be prepared for your speech. Your audience deserves it, and you have an obligation to yourself and to your audience to make sure that you've done all the research. Number 3, be honest in what you say. Nothing is more important in ethical speech making than honesty. And public speaking rests on the unspoken assumption that words can be trusted and people will be truthful. Without this assumption, communication does not work, and there's no basis for communication. And there's no reason one person should believe anything another person says. Number 4, avoid name-calling and other forms of abusive language. People at times do not use common sense when they speak, and making these types of unethical statements can ruin your credibility or your ethos. Next, we're going to define plagiarism. We know what it is, because you've talked about this before in your classes, your entire academic career. But plagiarism is taking somebody else's work and using it as your own. This is academic stealing. There are 3 types of plagiarism, and this is not in your book. Remember, we have global plagiarism. That's stealing the entire speech from a single source and passing it off as your own. We have patchwork plagiarism. This is stealing ideas or languages from 2 or 3 sources, putting them together and passing them off as your own. Then we have incremental plagiarism. This is failing to give credit to particular parts of a speech that are taken from other people. This concludes the video screen lecture of Chapter 4 that deals with ethics.